How's it going? This is Mason Shank. I'm just doing my response video to Noah Jones, his response video for Project Creative Part 2. He did a great job. There was some similarities within it, and let's get into it. Alright, so the first question was, what did the student learn? What did the student learn about the definition of creativity that they didn't know? So he learned that creativity is the flow of ideas coming from an individual's mind with the intent to create. The intent is what determines the creativity. So I agree to an extent. I do agree that creativity is the flow of ideas coming from an individual's mind, but I don't believe there has to be always be an intent to create. I think sometimes that just comes freely. It's part of being creative. You don't really have to intend on creating it. A lot of times it'll just come to you, and then the intent might follow thereafter. But I do like the overall thought of that. The intent does help when trying to create something. The second question was, what was the myth that most surprised the student? It was actually the same as mine. It was the one with the mechanics and musicians. So mechanics have never really been studied, but musicians have, and it is kind of weird that we are so trustworthy with mechanics. We kind of just don't even think about it secondhand at all when we hand away our keys, which is something very valuable to our life. But I did find that a very weird myth as well, and I didn't look too far into it, but I did have some surprise from it, as did Noah. The next question was, what was the reason the student thought creativity was important to all companies and organizations? I believe his was similar along the lines of mine, that Noah believes that creativity is important to all companies and organizations because competition is always growing. You got to always produce the top of the line, new and improved. There's got to be something that sets you apart from the competitors. Your competition will always try to get one step on you, and that's just where creativity just comes in and tries to give you and your company that edge. And the last question, I believe, was the real world example Noah gave, and we're going to go to that one right here. My apologies. So the last question is about his creative change process and what he chose. I can read it to you guys just real quick while that loads. What was a real world example that the student gave the creative change process, and what was the factors? In today's society, creative change is all around us. Innovation, for example, is always making advances in technology and the way we perceive the world. The mentality is shaped in the individuals in each community. So yeah, I agree with that very much so, actually. Creative change is all around us every day. It kind of just occurs a lot of the time, or some people do pursue it, and there's intent for a lot of it. Sometimes you create something you weren't even intending to create. That's just how crazy it can be. But great job, Noah. I did love this video. 10 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Bye.